Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it's time for another Angel Sudsy recap. Um, excuse me. I I cut myself. It was so annoying. I don't know how it happened. I was just walking in from the parking lot from my car, and I noticed my finger felt kind of wet, and I looked down, and there's a big old gash on my finger. It's annoying. And what's so funny is this dog came up and attacked me, but it didn't attack me really. It just jumped on me. And it was just funny because I was talking on the phone and I was walking, and all of a sudden my knees buckle. I'm like, what is going on? I looked and it was a dog, and it was just jumping on me. I mean, it wasn't attacking me at all, but, you know, it should have been on a leash. Just saying. Anyways, so today we're doing another Sudsy recap, and we're talking all about the Young and the Restless. So, okay. So Jill, as you know, had this big heart attack, right? So now she's in the hospital. And, slowly the news is trickling out about it, slowly. So first, Billy and Colin, and then Lily and Kane, and now Jack knows. So Jack had was pissed because he kept calling Jill and she wasn't answering the phone, and he's like, bitch, you better call me back, whatever. If I'm gonna be selling you Fenimores, I need to hear from you. And so he finally went to the house, and Billy was there, and he's like, I didn't want to say anything, but she had a heart attack. So he was like, oh. So Billy's like, the deal's off. So he's like, okay. But then Colin comes up and he's like, no, the deal's still on. Just give us a little more time. Basically just trying to make it up to Jill, because the reason why Jill had the heart attack was because Colin had actually taken a bunch of money from Jill, and she was a little bit frustrated because she didn't have any money at all, and she needed this money for this Fenimore's deal with Jack. She didn't have any money. Now, apparently, Colin has done this many times in the past and always paid it back with interest, but this time he needed quite a bit, so he took almost her entire fortune. So then she had a heart attack. Now, at first she didn't really have a heart attack. She's like, oh, I thought I was acid reflux. I thought it was indigestion. Well, here's the thing. That got me scared because, people talk a lot about, so one of the things that I've learned a lot from soap operas. I have. Ever since I was a child, I've learned a lot about from soap operas. And, for example, on One Life to Live, Sarah Buchanan died because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Bitch, that was all I needed. I have never not worn a seatbelt ever since then. I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not going out like Sarah Buchanan. Now, granted, the actress that plays Sarah Buchanan is still around. In fact, she was just on Young and the Restless, actually, playing Judge Moxie. But, right, that's her name, Judge Moxie? Elise Moxley? Moxley. Judge Moxley. Well, whatever. Anyways, that was Sarah Buchanan. So she's still alive, but her character is dead. And I was like, no, I'm not going out like Sarah Buchanan. So when Jill said that she had indigestion because she had acid reflux, that made me think, because lately I've had really bad acid reflux. It's been bad. Like, I'll be sitting and I haven't eaten anything in hours, and I'll feel like I need to throw up. It was really bad. So I went to the drugstore at Walgreens and I got some famotidine. And since I've been taking it, it's been fine, actually. So, fingers crossed. Oh, fingers crossed. Hopefully I won't tear off my scab when I do that. Fingers crossed that nothing bad happens. I didn't know. Maybe I was having a heart attack. Maybe I've had a couple heart attacks. Maybe I had a couple little mini strokes. I don't know. My job is that stressful, though. I'm convinced I have an ulcer, for sure. For sure, I'm convinced I have an ulcer. We'll see. I have a doctor's appointment next month. I'll figure it out. Anywho, back to Young and the Restless. So, Reed. Okay, so that's what's going on with Jill. Reed is Victoria's now teenage son, which I was telling you how it didn't make a lot of sense that Reed is now older than Faith, because I could swear that he's younger than her, but whatever. Or at least they're close to the same age. Now they're nowhere close to the same age, right? So anyways, he actually, I think he might have snuck out of his place, and he ended up at the underground for their open mic night, and of course he was awesome. And of course, I want to say Abby was videoing with her phone. So I'm guaranteeing you that Reed will probably end up some big viral celebrity, and then of course that'll be that much more for Victoria to deal with. It'll be funny though. We'll see. Let's see. What else is going on? So Phyllis, Ravi. Let's talk about Ravi. So I like Ravi. I like Ravi a lot. I think Ravi's pretty cool. And him and Ashley have this sort of flirtation. He obviously is in love with Ashley. For whatever reason, Ashley is not as into him as he is into her, or she doesn't want to say so, or whatever. But she needs to realize she better say something, because I'm not going to lie, Ravi has chemistry with everyone. He has chemistry with Phyllis, which is a big issue for Ashley, obviously. But he also... My stomach, did you hear it? He's also got chemistry with Abby, and he's had chemistry with Mariah too. Like, he had chemistry with all these ladies, so he's a little bit of a ladies' man, a little bit. I bet you my roommate would probably like him. My roommate's favorite on The Big Bang Theory is Raj, and he kind of reminds me a little bit of Raj, except he's actually, real super cute. So we'll see. But anyways, so Ashley's like, no, we'll see what happens, because Phyllis, she hasn't made a play for Ravi, but you can tell that he really likes Phyllis a lot, and he loves Ashley. He got her a Valentine's Day present and all this stuff, and Ashley is just not... We need to figure out some more about that relationship. We need to find out, why is Ashley not even willing to go out on a date with him? Is it because she's his boss? I mean, that would make sense. You don't want to do anything with someone you work with, right? Although that didn't stop her from hitting the sheets with Stitch. Because remember, he was a chemist back in the day. Although, in all fairness, it wasn't the sheets that they hit. It was the shower stall, if I recall correctly. I think that's all. I think that's it. Oh, Lauren. Okay, last thing. Let's talk about Lauren real quick. Lauren's son, Scott, is coming back to the show, which is great. I love that. And, all of a sudden she's like, upset because she feels like he, puts himself into too much danger, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not super familiar with Scott. I know who he is and how he came about. I don't know, I haven't kept up on what he does for a living or anything like that, though. So, we'll see. I don't know. We'll have to watch and see, but he's coming back, so that's good. I think that's really good for the show that he comes back. Hillary and Devon. Oh my God, Hillary and Devon. I've never met anyone so frustrating. Here's the thing. I don't mind Hillary, right? I actually enjoyed her storyline with Mariah, right? With their little rivalry. That I definitely liked that a lot more than I liked any of her love interests, whether it's Jack or Devon or even Kane back in the day. I don't care too much for any, or Neil. I don't care for any of that. And I have yet to see, and this has nothing to do with Devon as an actor. I think he's a great actor. I just don't see him given the right kind of material. It's frustrating. Oh, God, do something. I don't know. It's very frustrating. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter at Angel Benton. You can hashtag YR to Talk Young and the Restless. You can also hashtag GH or GH Burbank to talk about General Hospital, which I'm going to be doing next. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.